Alright, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to review a video game. In my last video, I received a comment asking to review either Uncharted 2, Saboteur, or Borderlands. And I thought, well, Uncharted 2, there's not really much else to say about Uncharted 2, and Saboteur I haven't played enough to really review it. So today I'm going to be reviewing Borderlands. So what this game is about is you play as one of these four mercenaries or treasure hunters, and it takes place on an alien planet called Pandora. And basically, the planet is kind of like what we consider post-apocalyptic. It's all sand. It's all like desert sand. They have like a bunch of raiders. Everybody trying to get weapons and guns and supplies and stuff. And like I said, you play as one of these four. You're looking for this vault that's somewhere hidden on the planet. That's supposed to contain a lot of like weapons or treasure and stuff like that. And like I said, you can pick one of these four. And the thing about this game is they try to become what they kind of advertise this as is like the perfect mix of RPG and shooter, but it's not. Because I don't think there's actually enough RPG elements. Because like for example, you could pick one character, but like if you want to switch character, you got to start all over from the first level. Like I said, that just goes back to the RPG thing. But to me, I found that kind of a little annoying. Another thing too is you can kind of customize your character. Like once you pick a character, you can only change like their hair color or their clothes color or stuff like that. You can't really change the way they look. You know, like I said, other than the color, which to me that was kind of a little disappointing. Another thing is what else is RPG? Oh, you get XP. Like when you kill enemies, you get XP. You can level up. You can upgrade your some like stats and stuff. You can be upgraded to like a certain gun. Like for example, I play as this guy. He's the gunner. So I'm like a level like 30 something. I think like in shotgun. I'm just using shotgun so much. I'm like really low on everything else. But that's some good RPG stuff like that. But like I said, I just wish there was a little bit more customization. Another thing too, though, that's kind of weird is the way the missions structure out. Like when you go accept a mission, there's like no dialogue between the characters. In fact, this game only has like two cutscenes, one at the beginning, one at the end. But there's like no dialogue between the characters when you go accept a mission, like in Fallout. When you click a mission, a little box pops up and describes your mission. That's it. You have to read it. Unless you read it, you don't really know why you're doing the mission. Which that's what kind of makes the story seem a little less, you know, like you care about less about the story, because it feels like you're just doing all kind of random missions and doing this and that just to get to the vault, and you don't really know what you're doing. Like I said, unless you read everything, but so I found that was a little annoying. But the good stuff though, like I said, the shooter aspects are really good. Like I said, there's a lot of different guns. There's like different varieties. There's like shotguns and pistols and sniper rifles, and they all fare differently. Like I said, because there's over like let's say a bazillion guns. I haven't really been keeping track of how many different guns they are because I try to stick with the same guns that I'm good with. But like I said, there's a nice variety. Like for example, you can get a shotgun with a scope on it and has just about the same range as a sniper rifle, and that's good for me since I'm such a high level shotgun. And they got a lot of different enemies too. That's pretty cool. Like different variety of enemies. Like these scalplings are kind of like skags or whatever. They're like wolves. And then of course I got the raiders like this, and that's pretty cool. Another thing that's really cool too about the game is the co-op. There is split screen co-op, so you and another person. I think that's the max you can go up to is 2 if you use split screen. And you can go through the entire game, do all the missions in split screen. It's really cool. And there's even online co-op, which is that mode. You can go up to 4 people. And another cool thing about that is you can jump in with any of your friends at any point in the game where they're at, no matter what level they're at. You can jump in, or they can jump in with you. One kind of negative thing about that, well, to some people it might be negative, some might be a positive, but like this happened to me. Like when I first got the game, I was like level 8, and one of my friends was like level 30 something, and he asked me to join him. So I jumped in, and he was like towards the end of the game. So I'm level 8, and like they're killing all these big enemies, and when you kill them, you get a whole lot of XP since I'm a low level, and these are big level things. So I was leveling up like ridiculously. Like I went from like a level 8 to 14 like a few minutes, just like kept leveling up because all the enemies. So that might be a good thing or a bad thing to some people, that you level up ridiculously fast if you play with some high level people. Another thing too that's kind of odd I found about co-op is like you pretty much share the XP and the money. Like if somebody, like you're standing right here and the other guy's way on the other side of the map or the other side of the level or something, and he collects like $100, everybody gets that $100. Or again, like if you're right here doing nothing, the other guy's way over here killing an enemy, like if he kills him and gets 100 XP, everybody gets 100 XP. So it's kind of weird. You don't get your individual XP, you don't individual money. I mean, you do get an individual money amount, because, like, you know, if you do different levels and meet up at different points in co-op, but I mean, like, as you're playing the co-op, you pretty much gain the same amount of money, gain the same amount of XP, which I found was a little weird, but it kind of balances out among your team. But like I said, that's why this is more of a shooter, I think, than an RPG, because, like I said, they do have some RPG elements, I don't think there was enough. And I don't like the way the story's structured, but, like I said, but the co-op is fun, the shooting's great, and I do recommend the game. I don't know if this review sounding negative or not to me, but I'm just negativing the RPG side. The shooter side's great, but the RPG side I'm just kind of negativing that in the story structure. But like I said, overall I do really recommend it because the co-op is really fun. I do love the look of the game, and like I said, I do like the shooter aspect, the actual shooter gameplay. But to me, like, if I had to pick between Borderlands and Fallout, I'll go with Fallout, because Fallout is I think to me is the perfect blend of RPG and shooter. But this, I mean, you go with this over Fallout if you like co-op. If you like co-op, then yeah, you'd be playing Borderlands over Fallout. But if you like better single player, just overall better game than was Fallout 3. But don't worry, this is a good game. I would give it I'll give it a 4 out of 5. So there's my review of Borderlands. It gets a 4 out of 5.